Hello, it's Chris from HitLab, and then we are going to do another unboxing today. We have a huge box just arrived here, and if you look at it, it says Vive Pro 2. Yes, we are going to unbox a Vive Pro 2, second generation today. And well, we know it's a VR headset, and then let's just get into it. The box is huge, it's on table, and if you look around the box in the front, it says Vive Pro 2 and has a picture of the Vive. If you have been using Vive headset for a while, you should start already noticing little bit different because it's the second generation. They want to know it's a newer one. And on the sides, bunch of stickers, and on the back, it shows what's in the box. Well, that spoiled the fun for a little bit because it's already shown what's in the box. And headset, two controllers, Vive controllers, and then two Vive Lighthouse. I think Steam Lighthouse. It's the second generation. It got the curved front and then also a connecting box. And it's promoting its own Viveport Infinity subscription service to provide VR content. On here, a bunch of titles. And on the bottom, if you see, it has a pull tab. So you can pull to break the sleeve on the outside. And also says requires a VR capable computer. Of course, we know Vive Pro, they are all PC VR headsets. Of course, you need a beefy computer to run that. But then I figured out you can actually take the box out without breaking the sleeve. And that's friendly for users because if they want to sell the VR headset for secondhand, then you have a full package without breaking it. And that's a weird design because normally if you design a pull tab, you want the user to know this one has been opened once and the people will know it's second hand, but this one is not because I can just slide the box out from the sleeve, just like that. And then I put this one away. Let's look at the box here. It's another black box, says Vive on the front. And this looks like nothing, some sticker on the side, a lot of introduction showing, well, if you can see it, I have to hold it where you can't see my face. Yeah, anyway. On the side, it says what's inside the content, inside the box in multiple other languages. On the back, there's just pure black, there's nothing. Okay, let's open the box. Get my cutting knife here. Has a sticker, so we cut the sticker and remove the tabs. And let's open it up. Okay, all right, if you can see, this way. This shows an image of the front view of the Vive, and then here is, I think it's a piece of paper, and then says a quick checklist of what's inside the box. Like what I said, two Lighthouses, a connector, VR headset, two controllers, and it also asks you to get some new software for PC, Vive setup.exe, and then a bunch of language in German, Spanish, French, Italian, Russian, Arabic, okay, Chinese, Japanese, that's quite a lot. I don't know, I don't read Japanese anyway. And if you open it, it kind of like, in this much language, shows you a more complicated version of what's inside the box and then installation, all kind of stuff. But if you have used VR headset before or Vive headset before, this is not a big problem. Let's put this one away aside as well. Now, this is more like a Lego box because I've been doing some Lego box. It always like that step 1, 2, 3. 1 is that page, and 2 is the Lighthouse, it's a logo. 3 is the, according to the page, I think it's the connector, a bunch of cables, and then 4 is the VR headset itself, and then 5 a controller. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take them out and remove the box, and then let's see what's inside one by another. A little bit heavy. So this is a number 2, number 3, it's number 4, and number 5. Okay, we're gonna do it in order. So there's nothing in the box. I'm going to put this box away. And I'm gonna put these in orders so we can open them one by another. So the first one is number 2. So box number 2 should be Lighthouses. And if we open that, let's see what's inside. Okay, 2 Lighthouse, second generation Lighthouses on the top. 2 Lighthouses. Let's see some filler. Oh, there's a bunch of cables. I think that's the power brick. If you can see, that's a power brick for the Lighthouses. Another power brick. And this is Let's find out. So let's open it a little bit. They're in pairs, so I'm just going to open one. The Lighthouse is, yeah, that's definitely the second generation because it's a curved screen. And it's interestingly, this protector film on the top looks like an iPhone screen because you have a notch. I don't know if you can see it. If you can see it on here, there's a notch on the, on the protecting screen. Very interesting. Should I peel it? No, I'm not going to peel it. So whoever is going to install whatever I'm going to install it later is going to peel the screen. So we know this is just a Lighthouse, and then connecting cable as always. Well, the plug is in New Zealand standard, which is a good thing. Right, good to know. And this one here is something I have to take a look. I think it's Steam VR Tracking 2.0 Lighthouse user menu, and these are two wall mounts, I believe. Yes, so they give you the wall mounts and the screws and the expanders, so you can just drill a hole on your wall and then screw them on the wall in the VR room you're going to play. And then these are adjustable stand plus with this normal screwed 2¼ inch screw, so you can put under the Lighthouse, and then they can be just on the wall instead of using tripods or other fancy stuff. So it's great that they have this thing included in the package. Feels very pro. Let's put them back because we're gonna move on to the next box. And this one was here. And then the cables. And also this one back. So one thing I have noticed is that some early users who bought the Vive Pro 2 actually received their product with a more like an engineering package, the temporary packs. All the packages come in brown carton boxes instead of those black fancy ones. And I believe that's like an early version. I don't know. Okay, this one's done. Let's put it away. And number 3 is the connector and the cables. This one should be easy. And let's also open it from here. Yeah, this one's easy. So that's the Vive connector. So it all connects from the PC to here. So it's using a proprietary connecting, I think it's one cable towards the headset. And then from your PC, you have USB, you have external power supply plug-in, and also a mini DP cable. Okay, it's a mini DP. So I assume you should use a DP to mini DP cable, but I'm not sure if it's included. Let's have a look. A bunch of cables, a bunch of small stuff, and there's even more hiding here. All right, let's see what's in there. That's another power plug. I believe that's the one that providing power to this connecting hub. Oh, it has a name. It's called Vive Link Box. Okay, that's a Vive Link Box. So this one plugs power towards that, and this also says PC on this end. It's a triangle logo. There's a Vive on the other end, the headset on the other end. So it provides the power to this and then to the headset. And this is a DP to MDP dongle, all right, very considerable because they provide the conversion. And I don't know what's this. We'll figure out later. The cable included is a DP to MDP short cable, maybe less than 1 meter. Another one is just USB-A to USB-A normal cable. And the fabrics to clean the lens, I assume. That's pretty everything. I really don't know what those are. Could be something on the headset. We'll figure that out later. We'll put outside. And then put everything back. So the power brick goes back on the side. And this paper holder inside, and all the cables, everything goes this way. The connector and the brick. Well, this link box comes with no protection at all, just sitting on the side. So that's box number 3 is all the connection stuff. Now the biggie one, number 4. This is the headset itself. Let's open it. Wow, it's kind of well protected. And then if you lift it, and it's pretty much just a headset. There's nothing more in the box. It's well designed with a plastic molded shape that to hold the headset, so it's not shaking around. Well protection, very long cable. Yeah, that's what I said. It has a proprietary connector connecting pin, and then the edges even not symmetrical, so make sure it kind of helps you to make sure you are not connecting into the Vive Link box by the opposite way, which is good. And let's remove the plastic bag. Okay, let's have a look. By my first impression, should I remove these ones? Okay, I will remove those ones as well. Okay, so that's the Vive Pro 2 headset in the flesh. And the first thing I noticed is it has a black face with purple headband or trims on the side. Otherwise, I think it's the same way to put on the head. It has a strap, Velcro strap on the top, and the cable goes on the side. You have headrest on the back, and it's adjustable, expandable via a knob here, and the knob is always the same. And then two headphones attached to the headset. And I think they are removable by pressing some of the button here, because someone might just want to use a Bluetooth headphone, or something that is more audio quality fancy, I don't know. And then once you remove it, it exposes the connecting pin, and that's the thing, what's this? Two oval shaped plastic comes in. I think it's a kind of like a protector that covers this pin, that's what I guess. And if we remove here, it says do not like expose the lens to the sun, because it will be on a VR headsets. I'm afraid of that very much, and then no sharpening stuff. And that's the lens. So what we can do, we do notice, if you look closely, the lens shapes looks a little bit different than the one we saw on early Vive headsets or the Oculus ones, because now they are not in this round shape. They are more like a rounded corner rectangular, but still I think it's a Fresnel kind of like lenses, because it has all those circles around. Has a face detector, and then the face cover is not foam. It feels kind of like a fabric, but not complete fabric. I don't know. I'm not sure if they are helping with the comfortness if you're wearing on the head or not. We'll find it out later. And then that's the IDP adjust. This knob is well made, because it feels very smooth, and then you can see the lenses are moving when I turn the knob, and I assume it has continuous adjust of the IDP as all the Vive headsets, instead of like a few stops in the middle. Which one? It's good. Okay, so it happens I also have a Vive Pro 1 headset with me. I will just get it and have a compare. So this is the Vive headset generation 1. And we have been using that for quite a long, because it's released 3 years ago, yes. And then if you can see, they are almost identical. The way the headset, the earphones, everything, and the cable is almost identical to each other, because they are all Vive Pros. And the one thing is noticeable change is the front face. So this one is all purple. And I believe the one we have here is a Vive Pro Eye. So because it got this shiny blue circles around the see-through cameras, this one does not. And you can see the only change is they changed from purple front face plate to a black face plate. Everything else is still purple and the color is all the same. But another thing to look at is the lens. So if you look at here, that's the Vive Pro 2, and then that's the Vive Pro 1. That's what I say, because, well, these is just eye-tracking devices, because we got the Pro Eye. But if you look at the lens, this one is round and with a cut on the corner, but this one all goes to like a rectangular shape, if you can see clearly on those two. And I think that's a change, and then it also contributes to the little bit upgrade of the specs. So I had a little search online and I figured out that the Pro 2 compared to the Pro 1, it has quite a bump up on the specs compared to the early generation. So on the Pro 2, it provides a 1440 by 1600 resolution per eye with a refresh rate that is fixed to 90 Hertz. The field of view angle is 110 degrees. Now we'll move to the Pro 2, that it bumps up the spec of the resolution to 2448 per eye. That's 2448 by 2448, which is a square, and the resolution is much higher, almost doubled compared to the early version. And then the refresh rate can be switched between 90 and 120. I believe the software have to be compatible with it, and it's it's case by case from different VR content, but it goes from 90 to 120, and then you have two options. And then the FOV angle is also a little bit increased from 110 to 120. So I believe those upgrade on the specs is more like helping you to increase your user experience and then the feeling when you are inside the VR headset. So that's some upgrades from internal. So from the outside, I mean the product design wise, except the color, there's not much too difference, but there are upgrades that we know. And then I will just put the headset back, and then we can have a look at the last box. Let me see how to put it back. I think I have to tighten it, and the cables go down the side. Yeah, that's something like that. And then the headset just sits. Is there a way to put it back? Even tighter? Okay. Okay, that's how it sits. The headset is facing on the front. Okay, so let's put this box away and go to the last one, which is number 5, and that is the controller. Okay, this one looks pretty much easy. Just two controllers in the side. Even the lanyards has been already installed. So yeah, I believe they are exactly identical to the controllers from the Vive Pro 1. Purple in the color, very typical Vive controllers. I think there's no difference or no change since the first generation, because they are still using micro USB charger port, which I am really disappointed. It's 2021 and something is still using micro USB. Why not just put a USB-C? I believe some of the Vive products already have USB-C charger ports, such as the Vive Focus. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe just they're too lazy to change them out. But that's just what I say. I know a lot of users that have been buying the knock controller, the Valve knock controller, which tracks your fingers, and then that one can be paired with the Vive headset. Yeah, so I think there's more like a customizable options. But if it's called Vive Pro, as a pro user, I would like to expect they made a Pro kit, which is already including the knuckle controllers inside, but that's just what I saw. Okay, so that's pretty much everything about the VR headset. We just unboxed the VR Pro 2. It has a little bit change of design from the outer appearance. Also could be a substantial upgrade in the internal specs, but I don't know. I have to use it to find the feelings and then test it out if those upgrades on the specs were helping a lot or not. But I will find out. And if you want to have a try on the new VR headset and also other like projects we have been doing around those Vive projects, feel free to join us at the Hit Lab. We will see you around. And then, yeah, that's pretty much everything for today, and see you on next video.